Review. Hell's Paradise, Season 2, Episode 6, Hindering and Restoration. There was a very real reason to fear for Gabimaru, Chaiki Kobayashi, Yuzuriha, Rii Takahashi, Sajiri, Yumiri Hanamori, and the others as the Tensen shockingly arrived as they infiltrated their palace, and Hell's Paradise Season 2 Episode 6 drives that point home. Despite their combined prowess, despite Gabimaru's incredible, inexhaustible strength, he and Yuzuriha are no physical match for Ran, Junichi Sawabe Yoko Kaida. While Hell's Paradise Season 2, Episode 6 briefly deviates to provide more setup and explain how the Tensen weaponized their Tao, most of Hindering and Restoration delivers pure battle spectacle. That said, while the bulk of the episode is focused on Gabimaru and Yuzuriha's imbalanced fight against Ran, the lore, in this case, is necessary, or, at the very least, feeds directly into the battle. Rin, Sawabe Kaida, while preparing the rite of just consumption ritual in which the gathered humans will be used to drain their Tao and create Tan, breaks down the incoming group, believing that all but Gabimaru will be easy to defeat. In this process, we learn that Shubei, Raihoi Kimura, has struck a deal with the Tensen. He'll help them, as long as they guarantee Tuma's, Kensho Ono, safety. Through Ran's fight, we also learn more about the world's power structure. While it's still a little overwrought, its grounded nature gives it a stronger foundation, especially as it builds around recognizable practices such as Tai Chi. Essentially, Gabimaru is a bad matchup against Ran because his element is fire, while Ran's is water. Instead of creating a natural flow of energy, it's combative, with Gabimaru unable to deal any real damage and instead taking more. It's why he and Yuzuriha are a team. Her element being earth means that she can land effective attacks from a distance, while Gabimaru fights up close to create an opening for her. Their skills together are thrilling to watch unfold, allowing both the chance to shine with their specific strengths. And Mappa goes all in on highlighting their immense on-screen chemistry through dynamic direction and a fluid use of the space in which their battle unfolds. From the vast grounds to the side of pillars holding the palace up, there's not a bit of wasted space as Gabimaru races to keep up at first before being able to adapt to Ran's fighting style. And, in an effective bout of sequencing, he does so enough to land a physical blow on Ran, his power and strength culminating in a devastating punch. What follows is one of the more significant moments in Hell's Paradise Season 2 Episode 6, and the series as a whole. Ran commends Gabimaru's use of Tao, calling him naturally talented. In a burst of unusual passion, Gabimaru immediately shuts this down. This is Tiden innate, unearned skill. This is, in his words, the desperate last-ditch efforts of a man who knows he's facing off against monsters who will all but surely kill him. This is the strength he has managed to quickly hone through watching too many untimely deaths and absorbing the lessons from those around him, who he's learned from in their trial by fire-suicide mission. This is human strength, not artificial, to scrappy, messy, adrenaline-induced last-push strength. Gabimaru is so often presented as a beacon of stoicism, so seeing him, however briefly, defiant in the face of praise is impactful. Hell's Paradise Season 2 Episode 6 might be action-heavy. Still, it does skip over the human moments that make these characters so easy to watch and root for as they undergo major changes, face off against seemingly immortal beings, and confront their rapidly approaching mortality. This is best seen when Ran later transforms into their Kishikai form. While Gabimaru and Yuzuriha seemingly had the upper hand for a moment, this is lost in the act of destruction Ran inflicts once transformed. Seriously wounded, the story flashes back to when Yuzuriha and Gabimaru both noted that, at the end of the day, their main objective is their own lives. Neither is going to prioritize the other, as they both desperately seek a way off the island and back to their own lives. But again, they've changed. Not only are they working as a team, but Yuzuriha, rather than simply running when she gets the chance, instead finds a way to haul Gabimaru with her. And, rather than let Yuzuriha bear the brunt of Ran's incoming attack, Gabimaru blocks it and is sliced through the shoulder and bodily tossed as a reward for his efforts. While the result is bloody and hopeless, it's a reminder of the character's resilience and growth. It's another moment where the show injects more thematic balance into a story obsessed with it. Ran is the only being in that fight who transforms their yin and yang combine. Gabimaru and Yuzuriha might seem to be on the death's door. Still, they too, under great strain and pressure, undergo their own transformation in an effort to gain greater mortal strength, realizing they can't survive alone. What hinders them from changing from prioritized isolation to compassion? And that, in its own way, grants them its own restorative power. Our strength as humans lies in our weaknesses and in how we overcome them. The visuals masterfully blend haunting horror with garish beauty in Hindering and Restoration, especially with Rand's transformation. The design is striking and imposing, once again raising the question of how these characters will get out of here alive. Hell's Paradise Season 2 Episode 6 is a breathless display of Mappa's dynamic artistry and a feat of pure action spectacle. Despite the sense of hopelessness plaguing their current plights, Hindering and Restoration demonstrates not just the skill of the artists behind the scenes who bring the glorious bloodshed to life, but also the writing of the characters who, even while facing certain doom, are capable of growth. Hell's Paradise Season 2 Episode 6 is out now on Crunchyroll. TLDR Hell's Paradise Season 2 Episode 6 is a breathless display of Mappa's dynamic artistry and a feat of pure action spectacle.